then walked away. Oh yeah, he had a few choice words to say. Vaughn didn't particularly want to hear any of them, and for a half-second he considered pretending he hadn't seen Cam. But no, that was a cop-out, something a coward would do, and he was a lot of unflattering things, knew it, accepted it, but coward was nowhere on that list. He grabbed his shirt, jacket, and water bottle and left the cage. The crowd parted. Either they sensed his shitty mood, or they were just smart guys that knew he didn't want any backslapping congratulations. Or mostly smart guys. One overly tanned little shit stepped into his path, and little was an understatement. He couldn't have topped 5'5" and maybe 130 soaking wet. He wore a white tracksuit and had so many chains draped around his skinny neck, it was a wonder the dude was able to keep his head up. "You fucking cheater!" Vaughn stopped, a surge of anger heating the back of his neck. He scowled. "I don't cheat." "My cousin doesn't lose." "Neither do I." This conversation wasn't worth his time. Vaughn tried to step around the entitled little prick, but a much bigger guy who had the hard, flat eyes of a killer blocked him. Okay, yeah, this might be trouble. He sized the guy up, pegged him as having no military training. Judging by the tats on the side of his neck, he was nothing more than a thug who had done some time. Definitely the more dangerous of the two, but still nothing to write home about. He dismissed the pair of them and shouldered between them. The little guy grabbed his arm. "Don't walk away from me. I lost 10 G's on this fight." Vaughn shook off his grip. "Not my problem." "I'm making it your problem. Everyone knows my cousin doesn't lose ever." Vaughn stared down at him. Who the hell was this kid? "Tommy, enough!" At the rumbling voice, the crowd went silent. Vaughn's stomach knotted as a barrel of a man walked toward them. This guy he knew, Giuseppe Belisario, former heavyweight champ and current head of the Belisario crime family. He'd known the Belisarios ran this underground fight ring, but he'd never seen any of them here before. He glanced over at the little shit in the tracksuit and inwardly groaned. That must be Tommy Belisario, Giuseppe's nephew, and by all accounts, the future Don, since Giuseppe's son, Marcel, had been killed several years ago. "He beat Cristiano, fair and square," Giuseppe said to his nephew, and there was no mistaking the note of "shut the fuck up" in his tone. Then he turned back to Vaughn and held out a hand the size of a catcher's mitt. "It was a good fight. You have a name?" Fuck. He really didn't want to be on a first-name basis with the crime boss, but refusing the handshake was tantamount to suicide. "Vaughn." "You pack a hell of a punch, Vaughn, and you fight like nothing I've seen before. May I ask what you do for a living?" Again, he'd rather not answer, so he settled on a half-truth. "I was military until a few years ago." "Ah, I thought maybe. No job now?" "Occasional PI work." Another half-truth. He wasn't about to drag his brothers or Wilde security into whatever this was. And it was something. Calculation lit Giuseppe's dark brown eyes as he sized Vaughn up. "Not many people can beat my son. He takes after me that way." Yeah, Giuseppe Belisario had been a legend in his day. He still was. There were rumors of guys challenging him, and those fights never ended well for the challenger. At nearly 60, Giuseppe was in awesome shape. Getting in the octagon with him was a fight to the death. And holy fuck, his son. Vaughn gazed back toward the cage, where another bodyguard-type dude was helping Cristiano Belisario to his feet. He hadn't known there was a second son, but now it made sense Cristiano had a spotless record. No guy in his right mind would dare beat Giuseppe's only living son unless they wanted to end